everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Angel Heart Radio. I'm Annette McCoy, and with me this morning is Rosemary Butterworth.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you all for your patience. And if you are watching us anywhere else but via Angel Heart Radio Facebook page, would you please go over there so you can join in our conversation and also ask questions, because we live in a very, very exciting time. And before we get into the show, may I remind you that these shows should never replace your legal, medical, nor professional advice, nor your own sound judgment. I hope you've all got a cuppa. I haven't at the moment, however. Well done, Rosemary. And here we are thinking about, are we a warrior or a worrier? Goodness me, Rosemary, there's only one letter difference, but gee, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
It's incredible difference. Absolutely incredible when you think about it. What it brings to you. You know, if you're a worrier, what are you bringing into your life? You're bringing negative thoughts. You're creating a life of anxiety. You're attracting to yourself negative things. Yet, if you're a worrier, you're connected to the light. All good things come to you, you know. It's just such a difference. And yet, we seem to choose to worry half the time, you know, because I have clients ring me up and we work on the phone, and I say, if you weren't worrying about this, you would be worrying about something else. You know, if you fix this problem, then the next problem would present itself. And it seems to be like that, doesn't it, Annette? You know, that we keep, if you're in the habit, yes, you'll keep finding things to worry about. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, if that's your mindset, you know.
And it's interesting because I have heard some people say, Rosemary, oh, I'm a worrier. And it's as though they accept the fact that, oh, well, they'll never be able to change.
Yes, oh dear. We must pray for them. Do you know what? I found this wonderful man, Kyle Gray. Can you read that?
Yeah.
It's called Angel Prayers. Angel Prayers, Harnessing the Help of Heaven to Create Miracles, by Kyle Gray. And in it, he's got so many angel prayers and about the angels. And I didn't know a lot about Archangel Jeremiah, Jeremiel. And he's asking us to have a miracle mindset. And if I can just read what he says here. The miracle mindset is when we expect miracles instead of dreading the future. I think that's wonderful.
Wow.
One of Jeremiah's biggest messages is that if we allow our minds to meet God, then it is impossible for us to let fear in. So our lives will be free of setbacks and full of miracles. Working with Jeremiah, now this is important, we will become more aware of the actions that create illusions and disharmony in our lives and can learn to avoid them completely. So this book, in reading it, it's reminding you that we need to work with angels now. We are not alone, are we? I mean, this is Angel Heart Radio. No. We're not alone. We need to
No,
work with.
and to realise that yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I was going to say, Rosemary, we need to remember to ask. And isn't that, so often especially we independent women forget, or independent people, we forget that it's okay. In fact, it's more than okay to ask, whether it be for help from the earthly plane or from the angels.
Yes. But this idea of working with them every day, waking up in the morning and say, "Good morning, Michael. How are you? What are we going to do today?" And to say to Jeremiah
Well,
then,
I know you do that.
yes, I do that, but I didn't realize or value the fact that each archangel has a different quality and different service. And Jeremiah in particular
Right.
helps us create miracles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what a lovely thing to do, to wake up, to be a warrior of light, to wake up in the morning and say, "Okay, Archangel Jeremiah, what is the miracle we're going to create today?"
Fantastic. I love that.
I do too. Yeah. What is the miracle we're going to create today? And I thought, that's a lovely way to start the day, isn't it?
It is. Yes. I often use your words, how can I be of service today?
Yes. So that's a lovely way to even be of service, is to help create a miracle. And somebody asked me, well, how do we help people wake up? And I said,
Right.
well, why not on the hour, every hour, feel your feet on the floor, come into the present moment, and bring the light in from the universe and send it out. If we do that for 1 minute, or for 30 seconds even, but just to do it every hour for a minute, send light to the world, or peace. That'll be a miracle. That'll be a lovely thing to do.
Absolutely.
Instead of worrying about what other people are doing, let us just send light out. Yes. I think that would really help the world at the moment. Because as we're going through turbulent times, this is what my husband, John, I had it here, sitting here on my phone. Yes, here it is. I'll just put my glasses on so I can read it. And he was in this quiet space when Master Katumi spoke to him, and he's not one to get messages as a rule. And this is what Master Katumi said to him: there are turbulent times ahead in which there is a need to be ambassadors of the light, or we're calling them warriors of the light. By living joyously and positively in the present moment, you thereby act as living examples, role models for others around you to follow in like fashion, who may be otherwise trapped in fear. And I thought that was a lovely message. Yes.
Indeed.
So
Go, Rosemary.
I was just going to say, so we can be the example. That's being a warrior of the light. Just being positive and joyous. And I said to one girl I said to her last night on the phone, she was stressing and she has obsessive problems and she worries and panics. And so I said to her, it's everything. We cleared the issue, but then I said to her, smile. Your husband's coming home from work. What's he coming into? A wife who's all nervy and worried? Are the children happy? Smile and make a difference. Be calm. Be peaceful. This is being a warrior of the light. Just be peaceful and smile. So I got a lovely text from her. And she said, thank you so much. That made such a difference, you know.
And see, Rosemary, it's so simple, isn't it? And yet so often we forget to smile. We can get caught up in the moment. I smiled yesterday because the village in which I live, we have a kiosk, and there was a lady who was manning the kiosk for the 2 hours yesterday, and she said, oh, you know, we've lost 2 years of our lives. And I don't see it that way at all. And I said, oh, but I think of what we've been able to do. And I encourage people to be creative with their time. Here in Melbourne at the moment, yes, we're in lockdown. However, we're at home. We're very fortunate with the weather at the moment. We can be outside. Even if we have trouble walking, we can sit out in the sunshine and listen to the sounds. I heard the birds this morning, and I was really proud of myself because I could tell the particular call of, and I went, oh, that's a wren, which is something for me. Normally it's, oh, that's a bird.
I'm listening now at the moment. I don't know whether you can hear the magpies singing just outside the door here at the moment. They're lovely. And I have all these birds that come in. It's quite funny because we have glass doors instead of windows, you know, here in the kitchen. And they see me as I come into the kitchen for breakfast, and they just fly into the deck. And I look down and there'll be 5 magpies. There will be so many butcher birds. There was about 6 king parrots. There were so many bowerbirds, and they're all waiting on the steps here to be fed. So we buy sunflower seed for the king parrots, wild bird seed for other birds, and I do give the butcher birds grated cheese. And I was standing there, I had this bowl of grated cheese this morning, and I took out one, and I've got one butcher bird I called Terry. Here, Terry, this is yours, you know, and throw it up in the air, and Terry and catches it. Then on the top step going down, there's a line of magpies all waiting expectantly for me to throw a bit of cheese to them. So then John's going to have his breakfast, you know, and I'm standing there throwing cheese to the birds. But there were so many of them. And then we looked up, and when it's raining here on the land, the kangaroos come out. And there are about, 5 kangaroos just about 100 yards from the house. And one had a baby kangaroo in its pouch. And the baby kangaroo was out. And then it turned around, and then the only thing that was showing was the tail out of the pouch. It looked so funny. And there are all these things to laugh at, to warm your heart, you know. And we forget, don't we, you know, to really observe nature and what's going on. There's just so many things to make you smile.
Indeed. And we are being encouraged to walk in nature, to spend time in nature at the moment. And just the love and the joy that you and I have just shared, it's simply about the birds. And most people could put out a bird feeder or water, a bird, but I had great delight in watching the birds use my bird bath, whether it be for a drink or a splash.
Yes. Well, see, after I feed them cheese, they all go round to the bird bath you know, and magpies all sit round the bird bath having cheese. And John's very funny. He looked at and he took a photo of it, you know, and he said, an evening at the club, you know, all of them in their tuxedos, you know, going out, having a drink. Oh, dear, oh, dear. It's very, very, very lovely. We're so blessed. But you've got to laugh because with lockdown, we can't go to the hairdressers. And the
I thought of that this morning.
so long. John's threatening to get a ponytail. Oh no, but we're out of lockdown this week, and I think I've got an appointment tomorrow. I rang up and I said, "Oh, can I come in?" So I've got an appointment tomorrow.
Oh, you're
Yes.
very fortunate because my appointment was 3 weeks ago, and of course there are going to be all of those people who've had appointments all wanting it. So
Yes, that's right. And it's quite funny because I said to the hairdresser, I said, oh, I'm starting to look like a piebald horse, you know. I said, the colour, I need a bit of colour. And he said, you and dozens of other ladies, so don't worry about it, you know. Oh, dear. But you've got to laugh. You've got to laugh.
absolutely. Well, I feel for these people, Rosemary, who it's all very well for us. We have to deal with a hairstyle that maybe we're not so fond of. However, what about these people who aren't able to work?
Yes.
That's my concern.
Yes. It must be very, very difficult for them. And I have a friend who has a shop, and we pray and help her. And yes. So I've just got a message. My internet connection is unstable, just flashed across the screen. So I don't know if I drop out.
That's all right. That came across mine when I first started. But anyway, I'm sure our audience will forgive us if we suddenly freeze. It's all part and parcel, isn't it, of dealing with whatever comes up. And you and I have spoken indirectly about gratitude this morning.
Yes. It's knowing even in difficult times that we are so loved, protected. We're always loved, you know, by the masters, by angels. And always, if we can just feel in difficult times that we are safe inside, that we are loved, and that all's well with our world, you know. And that's what we attract to ourselves. Positive things, miracles.
Yes, when we remember to be positive. And sometimes that can be a very big challenge.
True. Oh dear. It can be a big challenge. Yes. And it's not easy. Some days, you know, I have difficult walking and there might be pain. And I talk to the angels, and I find if I can put my mind on something else, a miracle happens. And yesterday there was no pain whatsoever. So it was, it was wonderful. And yes, like being of service to other people, I really do.
Mhm.
That gives me so much joy, when I can help somebody else and help them, their day shine, and help them smile. That's the word I wanted. Yes.
Yes, yes. And
So, yeah.
we're fortunate when we realize that and remember that, at the moment, if I'm feeling a bit off, I know that I can walk outside and I'll bump into somebody and have a chat, and that will lift my spirits. Then I can go back to whatever I was doing.
Yes. Yes.
And how we can create magic for other people. And it's with simple things. The fact that John took the photo of the birds having their meeting. How gorgeous. That can be put up on Facebook.
Oh, I tell you a magic story. Neighbour just a mile down the road, she heard a noise, the dogs were barking, and went outside, and there was a koala on her veranda. She's lived there for 30 years and never seen a koala in this area. And she went over to it, and she has worked at times in a centre with helping the koalas that are sick, So she knew what to be careful of. They might bite, it might bite or scratch her, but she was able to pat it and rub its cheek.
Oh.
And she took photos of it and sent them to me, and I said, "Oh, I'm jealous." And she shared that with us. Isn't that lovely?
That is beautiful.
We don't know where it came from because she's got paddocks all around the house, got horses. And so how it got over to her veranda, and it was just hanging on to one of the supports on the veranda and resting its bottom on the deck, and hanging on the support. And, I thought it was lovely.
So
we never know when there's going to be a surprise like that, do we?
No. And to delight in it. How special.
How special was that? Yes. Yes.
So
I must say,
wander off?
it did wander off after a while, but it's really funny because she was so excited. She went out to take these photos of it, and she forgot. She pressed the video part, so the photos are up there and then down there with the feet. And then around here, every time she moved the camera around. So we had a good laugh about that too, trying to see the koala. Oh dear, oh dear. But, no, it's lovely.
Now, Rosemary, I would like to mention your YouTube channel and the meditations that you put up there, because they're quite reasonable, like they're short. So people don't need to think, oh my goodness, I haven't got time for this. Well, yes, you have. And how wonderful. What a resource. If people are feeling a little down, it might need a boost. What a great way to gain it.
Yes, it's very interesting noticing which ones they choose. And the one that's been getting the most hits is called Letting Go. So I thought that was very interesting, yes.
Yes.
Yes, so we're going to do a meditation today.
If you would like to do that, that would be wonderful.
Why don't we?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we can get comfortable.
As with all meditations, please do not listen to this if you are driving or doing anything that requires your full attention.
Putting our feet on the floor, feeling our toes and the soles of our feet. putting the hands in the lap and feeling the clothes on your skin. And I always say, as I begin to meditate, Archangel Michael, as we open our consciousness up, we say adamantly that we only open it up to divine love. Only energies of love are welcome in our consciousness, in our bodies, in this space, in our house. Only energies of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So taking a nice deep breath, breathing in to the count of 4 perhaps. I'm breathing out to the count of 6. Letting go all the thoughts that have been going through mind and becoming aware of all our senses. Even the taste in the mouth, the listening, hearing all the sounds around us. Let the listening run right out now, and you will notice as you connect to the listening, the thoughts drift away. The mind becomes quiet, and all the worries drift away, and your body starts to relax. The tension is flowing out of your body. Much to your delight. And you're letting it go. And your mind is becoming so quiet, you can hear far away sounds. Far away sounds. Perhaps you can hear the ocean or a waterfall. And your consciousness is expanding as you set it free. To grow and expand as it drifts up higher and higher. Oh, now you can see the ocean far below you. It's very vast. And you go higher again, floating freely. Going up, higher. Being drawn like a magnet to a very wonderful place, to the angelic world. High and higher. You can feel the peace of it now. So peaceful. You can see other light beings. You see other angels. And you know that you have arrived in the most beautiful place. You might call it heaven. So peaceful and full of love. And you see a beautiful building. It's so beautiful, magnificent. It has columns outside it and stairs going up to a beautiful, beautiful door. Go up the stairs. You know that's what you're meant to do. You go inside, it's like a palace, castle. It's beautiful. Your guardian angel, you discover, is with you and beckons you to follow as he leads the way, taking you into a beautiful room. There's tapestries on the wall, pictures. It's wonderful. And there you see Archangel Michael standing there waiting for you. He's standing on a dais. Your guardian angel walks you up to the dais, and Michael's waiting for you. This is a very special moment, you know. And Archangel Michael looks at you, looks into your eyes, and you feel his love. His power to protect you. And he hands you a replica of his sword and shield. And he says to you, this is the sword of truth. It will help you remember who you are You are light. You are the Son of God. S-U-N. You are the Son of God. You are the light. And the shield will always protect you. You take them, you notice they feel as light as a feather. They're not heavy. But they're magic. They have the power of McCoy in them. You thank him. And you tell him you will remember always that you are the Son of God, and you will let your light shine always. The Son of God, the S-U-N of God. You think to yourself, I am the light. I am the light. I am the beloved light of God. And you thank Michael. And you take your leave. You walk back to your guardian angel with your two very special gifts. Bringing them back in your consciousness, in your knowing that you have been given these gifts. You leave the building and you bring peace with you, joy and love. And begin the descent back, down, floating again, floating, coming back, down, slowly coming back. You can see the ocean now. You can see your home. Come back down into the room and settle in your physical body. Your etheric body, your mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, all your bodies are aligned as your consciousness settles in, feeling the peace, feeling the joy, knowing that you have the symbols of the sword and the shield. You have been given them from Archangel Michael. feeling good, feeling content, feeling totally loved and protected. Grounding yourself. Wriggling your fingers and your toes. Coming back. Annette, leaving our eyes closed, should we bring this peace and love to Mother Earth today?
Yes.
Like when we finish a meditation. I think it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving our eyes closed, bringing down a waterfall of light to flow all over us from the angelic kingdom, a waterfall of light. Imagine it coming down, and as I see it now, it seems to have a golden glow today, an aura of gold around this waterfall of light. It's very beautiful. Imagine this waterfall of light coming through the top of the head and flowing through us. It seems to be bringing abundance of all good things with it today. That's what the gold represents, an abundance. An abundance of peace, abundance of joy, abundance of all good things. Wealth, health, happiness. And it's flowing freely now. I can feel it flowing down my legs, out my feet, and into the earth. We let it flow, we allow it to flow into the earth. And it's going over rocks, through rocks, deeper, 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 deeper down into the earth, into her heart. How wonderful. Abundance of peace, love, light. And the earth sends it through her meridians and her grid lines out, right around her, to countries, to places that need it. Going right around to Afghanistan, to China, to France, to everywhere, to Australia. To places, to people, to animals. Bring joy and peace. Feeling of all's well with the world. And people seem to be smiling as they receive this energy. This peace, and it's helping balance the earth's energy. so grateful. It's helping balance her, preventing earthquakes, perhaps tidal waves. Oh, the earth is so grateful. She's sending back her love to us in the form of her own golden energy, and it comes up through our feet, up the legs, into our spine and torso, nurtures us, regenerates, rejuvenates the body, comes up the spine, and it cascades, this beautiful golden light energy cascades high above our head through the soul star chakra and around us like a fountain of light. Protecting us. This beautiful sphere of golden light. Is so protective. Feel it. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Just resting now. You have been a wonderful service today. A wonderful service, bringing peace, joy, abundance of all good things to humanity, to the earth, and everything that lives on it. Know that and feel peace inside you as you come back, opening your eyes.
Wow. I find it incredible that not really, that we were given a sword and a shield, and our show is on warriors.
That's right. I didn't think of that. I never know what's going to come. You know? Oh, wow. Yes, of course.
Of course. Naturally.
Naturally, yes. Oh, dear. Oh.
I am so filled with joy and hope and trust.
I would love to think that people will go on to Angel Heart Radio and even do that last part and bring peace to the world. see the waterfall of light every day.
Yes.
See a waterfall of light coming to the earth with a great abundance of peace and love. And that would make such a difference to the earth this time.
I remember some time ago, Rosemary, you suggested that we see rain, if it will, coming down through our body, and it's a rain of love. And I think that's wonderful too, because to fill ourselves with love for ourselves and then send that out, how wonderful is that? And of course, we can send that into the earth as well.
Yes, I didn't remember that, but yes, because when I go into an altered state of consciousness, I don't remember later because I'm not using the left part of the brain where, everything is stored there. So nothing is stored. I'm using the right brain where nothing is stored. So, I don't remember. Yes. So, yeah, that would be lovely too. Yeah.
It is a wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to bring it through. Yes. Thank you.
Well, I believe that we all have gifts, and it's really important that we use our gifts. We're aware of them and we use them. And certainly, Rosemary, you know what your gifts are, and you use them every day to help others, which is wonderful.
It brings me so much joy.
And it does. We're so fortunate when we realise that by helping others, supporting others, we are lifting ourselves, because we are here to be one.
Yes.
On that note, let us all say farewell, and may we all get on with our days, bringing joy, and remembering to smile. It's natural, and it lifts our spirits.
That's what warriors do. Smile.
And we all look so gorgeous when we smile. Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you, Annette, very much. Thank you.
And now, everybody, I'm going to just remind you that next week, Barry Gray will be with me. So if you would like a reading, if you would like to connect with a loved one who has passed over, that's the time to tune into Angel Heart Radio. If you would like to be in touch with Rosemary, of course, you can reach out via Facebook, or Rosemary does in fact have a website. No, yes, Rosemary.
No, I haven't. It's best by Facebook.
All right, Rosemary Butterworth via Facebook. And remember, everybody, there is so much out there on Angel Heart Radio. So let us all spread the love, and also remember ourselves when we're spreading the love. Bye for now, everyone.
You've been listening to another fabulous program on Angel Heart Radio. Our goal is to remind you of how much you matter in the world, and to let you know that we appreciate who you are in the world. Angel Heart Radio programs are powerful tools. They are not intended, nor should they, be used to replace your medical or legal advice. The views and opinions expressed by Angel Heart Radio hosts, guests, co-hosts and associates should not be construed as advice from Angel Heart Radio.